Hello students, in the today's lecture we will study the resultant of forces MOA bar and NOP bar and one theorem regarding on this. So observe this figure here. There is one theorem. Its statement is the resultant of two forces MOA bar and NOP bar is represented by M plus N OC bar. Where what is C? C is the point which divides AB internally in the ratio N to M. This divides internally in the ratio N to M. At school level, you have studied regarding this, and 11th standard also regarding internal division, external division. Internal division means suppose there is one segment. This is the segment. This is AB. And suppose there is one point C which divides this AB internally in the ratio M to N, then all of you know that the coordinates of C are mx2 plus nx1 upon my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. This is the internal division. And for external division, mx2 minus nx1 upon m minus n and my2 minus ny1 upon m minus 1. So similar concept here. So here this C divides this AB internally in the ratio N to M. It is given, and we have to prove that the resultant of these two forces is given by M plus N OC bar. So let us prove this theorem. By parallelogram law of forces, you have studied it. By parallelogram law of forces, parallelogram law of forces, from this figure, OA bar is equal to, what will happen? OA bar is equal to this OC bar plus this OD bar. Plus OD bar. This is our equation number 1. Now, again by law of parallelogram forces, OB bar is equal to, observe this figure, this OB bar is equal to this OC bar plus OE bar. OC bar plus OE bar. So this is our equation number 2. Now, we have to multiply equation 1 by M and second by N. So new equations will be, that is MOA bar is equal to MOC bar plus MOD bar, and NOB bar is equal to NOC bar plus NOE bar, and we will give new numbers for these equations, that is equation 3 and equation 4. Now we have to add these two equations. Adding these two equations, what will happen? See, MOA bar plus NOB bar is equal to this M plus N OC bar and plus MOD bar plus NOE bar. And what is our aim? In this theorem, our aim is to prove that MOA bar plus NOB bar is equal to M plus N OC bar. It means what we have to show, this remaining part will be 0. That is we have to show here. After that, we will complete the proof of this theorem. So this is the equation 3, equation 4, and adding this we get this. Now let us prove this. Now since C divides AB in the ratio N to M, and therefore we can write AC upon CB is equal to N upon M. So which implies that MAC is equal to NCB. Now the magnitudes are same, direction is same. When magnitude is same, direction is same, these vectors are same. So this implies that this MAC bar is equal to NCB bar. So So which implies that now this AC bar, see, observe this figure, AC bar, we can write here minus M CA bar, direction. AC bar, CA bar, we are changing the direction, and when we change the direction, the sign will change. So this minus M CA bar, and that is equal to this N CB bar. So which implies that minus M CA bar. So observe this figure. CA bar means OD bar. These are the same. CA bar means OD bar. So minus M OD bar is equal to N. Now CB bar means OE bar. That is N OE bar. So which implies that this M OD bar plus N OE bar is equal to 0. And therefore, from the last equation, we get MOA bar plus NOC bar is equal to M plus N B bar OC bar. That is OC bar is equal to MOA bar plus NOB bar upon M plus N. So this is the C divides the internally, and therefore from this we can say that the resultant of MOA bar, NOB bar, that is represented by M plus N OC bar, and where C is the point which divides the AB internally in the ratio M to N. So in this way, the proof for this theorem is completed now. Now there is one corollary also. Corollary means, suppose if we take M is equal to N, what will happen? In the last result, if we take M is equal to N, what is the last result? That is MOA bar plus NOB bar upon M plus N is equal to OC bar. If M is equal to N, what will happen? Suppose M is equal to N, NOA bar plus NOB bar upon N plus N, that is equal to OC bar. So here N common, this cancel, and we will get, that is OA bar plus OB bar upon 2 is equal to OC bar. And in this case, C is the midpoint of AB. In the last case, C divides AB internally in the ratio N to M. But in this case, as M and N are same, therefore C, the point C divides AB in the same ratio is same. That is the midpoint. Now next article is components and resolved parts. Components and resolved parts. Components and resolved parts. So we have to draw here again one parallelogram. This is the parallelogram, and here extend to this, that is y-axis, and here also you extend this to x-axis. So this is the force P bar, this is Q bar, this is also this Q bar here, and this is the point C. Now join these 2 points here. Join these 2 points. This angle take alpha, this angle take beta, and then this angle will be, that is pi minus alpha plus beta, and this is the resultant, that is R bar. This is the resultant R bar. So in this way, this here also we have to take A point, and this is the O point. So here we are considering the 2 forces, one P bar around x axis, or we can OX, and Q bar is the another force, that is around OY respectively. And what is R? Here R is the resultant. R is the resultant of P bar and Q bar. Now let this angle between P bar and R bar is equal to alpha. This is the angle between P bar and R bar, that is the alpha, and angle between Q bar and R bar is equal to beta. Is equal to beta. Now, if we consider this triangle, that is COA, if we consider this triangle COA, we can use here sine rule. Sine rule. So, by using sine rule, we have P upon sine of beta is equal to Q upon sine of alpha is equal to R upon sine of, in bracket, pi minus in bracket alpha plus beta. And this pi, all of you know that sine of pi minus alpha minus beta means sine of alpha plus beta. So this implies that P upon sine of beta is equal to Q upon sine of alpha is equal to R upon the sine of alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta. Now, if we equate this first and last term, that is P upon sine of beta is equal to R upon the sine of alpha plus beta, which implies that this P is equal to R sine of beta upon sine of alpha plus beta. P is equal to R sine of beta upon sine of alpha plus beta. So this is the component. This P and Q are here components. Now similarly, Q is equal to, if we equate this second and last term, then you will get this Q is equal to, that is R sine of alpha upon the sine of alpha plus beta. So these are the two components of these forces. Now finally, in the last session of this lecture, we will consider one particular case. Particular case means what? Particular case means we are considering now, we have considered parallelogram. Now, if we consider x-axis and y-axis, Ox and Oy perpendicular to each other, that is the angle between 90 degree, then what will happen? Then this parallelogram becomes rectangle. This parallelogram becomes rectangle. So in that cases, see, in that cases, alpha plus beta will be pi by 2. Alpha plus beta will be pi by 2, and therefore this beta will be pi by 2 minus alpha. So in this case, the component will be, that is P is equal to R sine of pi by 2 minus alpha upon sine of pi by 2. That is R sine of, that is R cos of alpha. Because sine of pi by 2 minus alpha, that is cos alpha, here sine of pi by 2 is equal to 1. So in this case, P is equal to R cos alpha. So what will be this? This is the component of resultant. This is the component of resultant along OX, along x-axis. Now similarly, Q is equal to R sine alpha. You can simplify this by using this formula R sine alpha, and that will be the component of the resultant along y-axis. So these two theorems are very important, and we have completed our first unit of this paper, mechanics first, that is the statics. and in the next lecture we will start our new unit of this paper. So here we stop.